When one thinks of the most legendary and prolific country artist ever to walk the earth, Kenny Rogers must come to mind. Singer, actor, producer, entrepreneur, Kenny Rogers was a jack of all trades. It's unfortunate the country star died in March of 2020. Nonetheless, he was one of the true legends of the country music genre, selling over 165 million records worldwide and releasing over 65 albums. His net worth was estimated at around $250 million, made through extensive touring, TV appearances, and constant radio play. With such a fat wallet, Kenny never looked back when it came to enjoying the fruits of his labor. The American luminary knew how to eat life with a big spoon. From a private jet to a chain of high-end supercars, stay tuned as we tell the most unusual ways Kenny Rogers used his money. Now, for those of you who don't know him, Kenneth Ray Rogers was an American singer, songwriter, actor, record producer, and entrepreneur who gave heartwarming performances with his distinctive voice for over 60 years all across the world. Born on August 21, 1938, in Houston, Texas, the country music star was the fourth out of 7 sons of Edward Floyd Rogers and Lucille. Kenny knew he wanted to become a singer and pursue a music career. However, it was not an easy journey. Kenny was the first person in his family to graduate high school. Just before he started his band in the late 1950s, the group was called The Scholars. Initially, Kenny was not the lead singer of the band, but he had his own spotlight number called Moonlight in Vermont. Their band managed to have a few local hits that sold around Houston. After he graduated high school, he went on to record 2 more songs, Will Always Fall in Love Again and For You Alone, with the band The Scholars. Afterwards, he attended the University of Texas, but eventually dropped out to play the bass in the Bobby Doyle 3 band. They released an album called In a Most Unusual Way. However, Kenny still left the band to join the Kirby Stone 4. In 1958, Kenny then had a breakthrough when he recorded the hit single, That Crazy Feeling. During the mid-1970s, Kenny attempted to have a solo career, and this time he was successful, as he mainly focused on country music. The singer gained mainstream success for hits like The Gambler and Islands in the Stream. Rogers, who was one of country music's first acts to sell out arenas when he released his greatest LP in 1980, a compilation that has sold in excess of 24 million copies worldwide. His list of successes is endless, including 24 #1 songs in the charts, 3 Grammy Awards, 11 People's Choice Awards, 8 Academy of Country Music Awards, 6 Country Music Association Awards, including the CMA Lifetime Achievement Award in 2013, 19 television and movie roles, including voicing a book narrator in How I Met Your Mother, Season 5, Episode 5. Rogers starred as Brady Hawks in the show The Gambler, with the show having over 100 million viewers. Now that you know how he amassed his millions, let's look at how he splashed it away. Restaurant investments. In 1991, Kenny opened a chain of restaurants, Kenny Rogers Roasters, with former Kentucky Mayor John Y. Brown Jr. The chain eventually grew to include 425 restaurants in worldwide locations. It should have wrapped up his retirement plan. However, the restaurants started to fail and were sold to Nathan's Famous Incorporated, along with the right to use Kenny Rogers' name. The restaurants were later sold again to an Asian company, and there are still open locations in Thailand and other parts of Asia. But because he had sold the right to use his name, he didn't hold on to any licensing right for the use of it on these restaurants. This means no licensing fees for use of the name, so there's no revenue from this particular venture for his heirs. Real estate. Kenny Rogers lived an incredible life, and he knew how to live it well. The country superstar, actor, author, and all-around entertainer lived like the entertainment icon he was in a series of incredibly lavish properties that were fit for a real-life royalty. Now, before the list of Hollywood home flippers included Ellen DeGeneres, Diane Keaton, and Meg Ryan, there was country superstar Kenny Rogers, and they were all successful entertainers who performed for audiences and flipped houses on the side. Rogers was the gambler, but flipping houses was a safe bet for him. In fact, several of Rogers' homes are featured at top10realestatedeals.com. Take a look at some of his lavish estates. Kenny Rogers' staggering California estate. Kenny Rogers developed a taste for refined living early in his success. His ultra-lavish mansion in Bel Air, California, an estate called Lionsgate, was opulent even by celebrity standards. The 11-bedroom, 17-bathroom home totals 23,988 square feet of space, and it sits on 1.63 acres of some of the most expensive real estate in California. The lavish interior includes a master suite that encompasses more than 3,000 square feet, 3 separate living rooms, 7 fireplaces, a billiards room, a formal study, a private 12-seat theater with leather seats, a climate-controlled wine room that opens into a saltwater pool, 3 steam showers, and a large dry sauna. The property also features an outdoor glass elevator that leads to a large ballroom party space with an attached guest suite and a professional-sized gym. The exterior of the house is just as lavish, including an outdoor living area with heated floors and a fully equipped bar, a tennis court with stadium lighting and a viewing area, a hot tub, and extensive landscaping. Realtor.com calls Lionsgate the most prestigious luxury estate in Bel Air, boasting possibly the best views in Los Angeles. According to Business Insider, Rogers purchased the estate in the 1970s, and he added the lions to the gate and christened the home Lionsgate. He sold it in 1983 for $5.8 million, according to Variety, and the property most recently sold in 2015 for a staggering $46.25 million. Kenny Rogers' Palatial Atlanta estate. Rogers' 13,000 square foot estate outside of Atlanta features 6 bedrooms, 8 full and 4 half bathrooms. The opulent mansion features wrought iron entry gates and a spacious 2-story foyer with matching curved staircases, as well as elegant and very formal living and dining rooms. There's an enormous eat-in kitchen with a massive double island, along with 10 fireplaces scattered throughout the residence. The mind-boggling manor also boasts a conservatory, a combination family room and game room with its own full bar, and a private movie theater with stadium seating. The mansion's gigantic master suite comprises 2 walk-in closets with private dressing rooms, as well as vast formal bathroom with brass fixtures and marble floors. There's also a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment above the garage, which could serve as extra space for visiting family or live-in staff members. Rogers purchased the luxurious Mediterranean estate in 2012 for $1.5 billion. He sold it for $2.383 million in 2018. Kenny Rogers' jaw-dropping Atlanta mansion. Kenny Rogers' 6-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 6,991 square foot mansion in the high-dollar area of Buckhead in Atlanta was absolutely spectacular. Highlights including a striking 2-story entryway and sweeping staircase leading to a very formal living and dining room. There's also a large eat-in kitchen with booth seating, and the great room features a 20-foot ceiling. Other amenities include a massive upstairs master suite that includes its own fireplace, separate sitting room, luxurious bathroom, and a massive walk-in closet. The luxurious home also features guest suites, a screening room, a full-size bar, a game room, and more. Ornate arched doors, oversized windows throughout, and stunning trims. Light fixtures and ceilings add to the luxurious feel to the stately home, which Rogers listed for $4,495,000 in 2018. Kenny's garage. Kenny also drove in style. Here are some of the cars he owned over the years. A 1956 Ford Fairlane. The first vehicle Kenny Rogers bought was a 1956 Ford Fairlane. As it turned out, he was a part owner. His dad was the one purchasing the car but came up short on funds. So, Kenny offered to help with the part-time job he had at the time. His dad agreed, and they split up the driving schedule. Unfortunately for Kenny, his dad scheduled all of Kenny's time while he was also supposed to be in school. 1959 Chevy. Since the first purchase didn't go as expected for him, Kenny bought his second vehicle on his own. It was a 1959 Chevy. He used it to get from one musical performance to another until it got repossessed. Cadillac. He still managed to get from gig to gig and eventually worked his way up to a Cadillac. In an interview from 2013 with Yvonne Martin of Wheels.ca, Rogers explains that he thought the Cadillac brand carried enough influence with music and venue managers that they would pay him more for the gigs. So he purchased them thinking Cadillacs mean success. People pay more for success, or at least for the air of success. Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson motorcycles were also an interest of his. He loved them. However, in an interview with CMT.com in 2004, Rogers explained that he had an awakening experience when riding one that turned him off motorcycles as a whole. He explained that he enjoyed the motorcycle, but realized that his enjoyment of speed and lack of maintenance was going to get him in trouble. The day after the realization, he got rid of it. Other cars. Kenny Rogers would go on to own many vehicles in his lifetime. As it turned out, he did become a little bit of an audio enthusiast. His taste varied from a 1980 Stutz 4-port, an Excalibur, and a DeLorean. A Bentley to a Rolls-Royce would be all among his collection. But he said as he got older, he began caring less about how people viewed him. His words were, "I drive a Lexus sedan because stature to me is not dictated by the car you drive anymore. At one time, I thought it was. I think you get into that rut." Private jet. Lockheed L-1329 Jetstar. The Lockheed Jetstar is the grandfather of today's corporate jets. It was the first mass-produced business jet, first flying in the late 1950s. 2 prototypes for the aircraft were born in the famed Skunk Works at Lockheed's Burbank, California plant, under the supervision of aviation genius Kelly Johnson. Designed to satisfy a government proposal for a small utility jet, the aircraft went from program approval to completed aircraft in only 241 days. The Jetstar, serial 5049, on display at the Aviation History and Technology Center, was the 48th Jetstar off the Lockheed assembly line in Marietta, Georgia. It was built in 1964 and was first purchased by the Union Carbide Corporation. Later owners included country musician Kenny Rogers and Las Vegas star Wayne Newton. And that brings us to the end of this video. We hope you enjoyed our video, and just be sure to subscribe to our channel for more of our awesome content. And please give us a like and share the video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell for timely updates of our new uploads. We value your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts with us in the comment section down below. I'm Mickey V, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.